to the Double Ds. It's NBA. The first week's just finished. I'm Dan.
And Dane here. Looking forward to a big year of NBA. Lots happening already the first few days.
Hey, it's been an up and down season, hasn't it? It's been a few shocks in there. There's been some twists and turns like there is every first week of NBA. But we're going to be doing something special. We're going to tip every game. So a little competition between ourselves. And next week and tomorrow, we've got the Golden State Warriors versus Oklahoma. So both teams have got a 100% losing record. Oklahoma are 0-2, and Golden State were highly disappointing with 0-1 so far. Old Charles Barkley famously telling Klay Thompson after one quarter his team won't make playoffs.
You got to love Chuck, don't you? He's no filter.
If anyone's got a chance to see that video, please watch it, because Klay Thompson's face, an absolute peach. Like, he's laughing as Charles is talking, and then Charles just drops there, your team are rubbish, and
that's where
breaks him.
That's where you need to do one of those field clips, like where Charles just absolutely slates him, and then in comes the Curb Your Enthusiasm music at the end, because the look on his face was just pure gold.
It was a interesting video, I've got to say. It was. Yeah. I felt sorry for him, but you've got to enjoy the fact that Charles has done so much in his in his career that he can pretty much say what he wants about you, can't he?
Absolutely, yeah, absolute legend of the game.
So, I mean, tomorrow, what are your thoughts? Tomorrow, I mean, my boy, I'm tipping the Warriors here. I reckon D'Angelo's going to go off.
Yeah, Golden State for me. Yeah, Curry was a little bit off the other night versus the Clippers. So also Green had some sort of elbow contusion. So whether he's going to get up or not, but they rely on him. But I think Warriors for me.
Well, the initial talk is Draymond's fine.
Yeah.
So the initial talk, as it stands at the time of recording, is he's fine. So, I mean, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, when you look at both the sides, I mean, Oklahoma, for me, is particularly in the game last week, really do look kind of a lost outfit. Like, Dennis Schroeder was horrible.
Yeah.
Chris Paul, he's not looking his usual self, shooting at just over 40%.
Yeah, he's getting on a bit now, isn't he, old Paul? So, I can see them having a really long year, the Thunder. So, yeah, definitely the Warriors in that one.
All right, well, we're both in agreement of that. There's got to be surely one of us picks a different team. Up next tomorrow is Brooklyn Nets versus Big Memphis. Now, the Nets, my boy there, Kyrie Irving. So, if you follow me, I love a cheeky bet. Kyrie Irving was 20 points the first game. That was wrapped up in 10 minutes. So, the easiest $2 you ever make.
Just got a quick 50.
Yeah, well, Brooklyn are 1-1. They kind of looked a bit disappointing for me, Brooklyn, against last time out with their shock defeat. It wasn't the greatest of performances I've ever seen against Minnesota. No, the overtime, they kind of were controlling that game and then suddenly fell apart.
Yeah, I think they'll win this one. For me, they'll win it. But yeah, that last move by Kyrie when he did the crossover and then slipped over, was he trying to be Uncle Drew, just channeling Uncle Drew there, or? Yeah, it was a bit weird. So
all I could hear was the Benny Hill music when he did the little crossover. And with 5 seconds on the clock, if you had a guy to do a layup for a basket for your life, you pick Kyrie, and then he does that rubbish. I'm with you there. I just can't see a way that Memphis can stop just the scoring power that Brooklyn have. I mean, it's scary to think this team here, Brooklyn, have got Kevin Durant to come back.
Yeah, just
as
chuck
well.
an
Like,
30 a night.
imagine throwing
Yes.
Durant in this.
Yeah, next year they're going to be a scary proposition, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, a guy that I've always rated as well, Taurine Prince. He's really impressed me.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. It's been
he's
solid
been
so
killing.
far.
I mean, I think the only way Memphis can win for me is that they're going to have to really look. Crowder's got to go off. My boy from Duke, Ja Morant, he's really looking a good baller as well.
Starting all right, yeah, absolutely.
But for me, I mean, Valanciunas has got so much work to do as well with to beat Jordan as well.
Yeah,
DeAndre Jordan looks in imperious form as well with Jarrett Allen. So I'm with you there. I'm tipping the Nets. We're either going to be 2-2 or 0-2.
yeah.
And then we've got the exciting fixture for everyone. We've got Port versus Port at Dallas.
Portland.
So the old Portland.
Yeah.
How do you see this one going?
Portland have been a bit disappointing to start off the year. McCollum has been really, really bad. Like, he just has not been shooting very well at all to start the year off. But at Dallas, it's going to be real hard. Like, Luka and Porzingis have been fantastic to start the year. So my money would be on Dallas for this one.
Yeah, I mean, Luka Doncic has just been absolutely brilliant and absolute solid. I mean, he's quite the player, and European players were so unfashionable at one point in the NBA, and Doncic has really opened the door, hasn't he, for these European basketball?
Absolutely. You know, like, he's been playing senior basketball for a couple of seasons in the Euro League, and I read, it was either last night or this morning, that he leads the league in triple doubles for players under 21. So he's currently got 9. Magic Johnson had 8, and LeBron had 5 at this time of his career. So so that says that we've got a special player in our hands. So Dallas will be stoked that they've got him.
No, I on this one though, I can't look past. Maybe I'm being blinded, but McCollum and Lillard, like the greatest guard pairing probably in the league.
Yeah, McCollum's due. So, you know, if it's tomorrow, then yeah, that if he goes off, then they're going to be a real big show. But I think Dallas at home.
And Zachy Collins as well was just absolute garbage last week as well. Yeah, so he's going to have a big game. I mean, I know Dallas are 2-0. I know they're at home, but I'm going to pick Portland here. I'm getting around old Lillard and McCollum. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Okay.
And then up next, one of LeBron's former team, the Heat. They're going up to Minnesota, the Northwest. And both teams are undefeated. Both teams 2-0.
Yeah. I think, well, the big cat man, Karl Anthony Towns, is in MVP form, isn't he? I think he's on the Pom's Delight fantasy team, if I'm correct.
He was my first pick, in pick 6.
So I think Minnesota at home, they're off to a good start. Also, a scary thought is that Andrew Wiggins hasn't been playing that well to start the year. So that is a scary proposition for teams. So for me, Minnesota at home should win that in a canter.
I think it's an interesting one as well because he done for the last 10 years, he always had that all-star in the team.
Yeah.
You go back to the LeBron years and then you have the Wade years. It's interesting because there isn't a genuine all-star in this team, is there? This year, they've played really well as a team, I think. They've been really solid together.
Absolutely. And I think you look at the last few championship teams, you're solid from your first player down to your 10th player. So I think they've got that good spread. So they're going to be really pushing it the whole season. So I think you're right there. But, Towns has really elevated his game to another level so far.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm tipping the mighty Minnesota there. because Towns has been revolutionary. I think he's the only person in my fantasy team to score over 30 this year. So really appreciate your work. Actually, I like Hashimura. He had a 34 the other day.
Yeah.
So my first and last pick, killing it.
Emilio.
And then finally, we've got the greatest team in the NBA at home, the Lakers. We're entertaining the Hornets. Now, this game would have been a blockbuster tie in the 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both 1-1 as well, Dane. Both 1-1.
I think it's pretty stock standard. I think all the home teams pretty well set, aren't they? You think like the Lakers seem to find their mojo a bit the other night. So like James was much better. Davis has been pretty solid. Danny Green has been really, really good the first couple of games for the Lakers. So I think they'll win. Charlotte is a hit and miss side. Like there will be to some nights. Other nights they're just absolute rubbish. So I think the Lakers are probably more consistent side at the moment. So I reckon they'll get the chocolates.
Yeah, I mean, Cody Zeller's going to have his work cut out, isn't he? Because when we made that switch up, if anyone watched the game, the last Lakers game, when we switched him back at centre, he really opened the court up for LeBron, Danny Green to work their magic.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting if they do that again, because I don't think Cody Zeller's got the mobility to cope with AD.
No, I think you're right. Absolutely.
For me, I think if I was Zeller, I'd be going to bed tonight and hoping it's big Dwight Howard.
Can't see it happening though.
It'd be interesting. I mean, there is some good players though. I mean, like Devontae Graham, he's been fairly solid this year so far. He's been chipping in. Obviously, Washington as well. He's always there or thereabouts. But for me, I just think the team of LeBron and Davis are just gonna.
Yeah.
I can see this being a blowout. The Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers should win pretty comfortably. I would have thought.
I'm gonna make a big call. I reckon you're gonna get the first triple dub as well from the boy LeBron, cementing his GOAT status at the Staple.
Yeah, no worries. I've got to get those messages. I'll remember to remind me a bit later, and I'll share it with everyone.
Yeah, well, me and LeBron have a love-hate relationship. So
they won the other night, so it's a love relationship at the moment.
Yeah, well, we're 1-1, but we'll see how I feel at the come playoff time if we're there. But be sure to follow the tips, guys. This is our first week, so we'll catch you tomorrow with game 2.
We'll be doing this every night, so watch out for the tips.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, everyone.